Hello, so we're going to look at this social policy 15 marker. Social policies never come up before, but normally the 15 markers say using sociological evidence and examples, using sociological evidence and examples, explain, and in this case, contemporary social policy in education. So you have a policy grid, but paragraph 1 would be contemporary social policy is aimed at addressing material deprivation. So contemporary social policy is aimed at addressing material deprivation. Pupil premium. Pupil premium is a sum of money paid directly to the school. Pupil premium is a sum of money paid directly to the school to improve the attainment. It's to pay directly to the school to improve the attainment of disadvantaged children. So sum of money paid directly to the school to improve the attainment of disadvantaged children. Free school meals students. For free school meal students, the school receives 1,320. And for looked after children, it is 2,300. So we've got the policy, which is pupil premiums, sum of money paid directly to the school to improve the attainment of disadvantaged children. We're going to add in, so for Smith and Noble, this helps address material deprivation or the impacts of poverty. For Smith and Noble, this helps address material deprivation or the impacts of poverty. So poor housing can lead to higher rates of sickness. Poor diet can lead to lower rates of concentration. And pupil premium could be used to fund breakfast and provide money for books and resources. That's how we're tying it in. EMA, or educational maintenance allowance. Educational maintenance allowance was a new Labour policy. Educational maintenance allowance was a new Labour policy designed to encourage students to stay on in further education. For Forsyth and Furlong, this addresses poverty as the most significant factor deterring the working class from university is the cost. So EMA has gone, by the way, but this whole theme is, pupil premium is very contemporary, is the policy is designed to address material deprivation. So this shows contemporary social policy has been designed to address material deprivation. It shows contemporary social policy has been designed to address material deprivation. Trying to address material deprivation. As poor diet leads to lower rates of concentration in lessons, as poor diet can lead to lower rates of concentration in lessons, and poverty lowers achievement. And poverty lowers achievement due to higher sickness, and therefore lower attendance. So this shows contemporary social policy is designed to address material deprivation. Poor diet leads to lower rates of concentration in lessons. Poverty lowers achievement with higher sickness, causing lower attendance. Higher sickness causing lower attendance. So students miss content needed to pass exams. So it's designed to address material deprivation because we know this lowers concentration in lessons and causes higher rates of sickness. Paragraph 2. Contemporary social policy. Contemporary social policy has been about contemporary social policy is about providing vocational education. So paragraph 2 is about contemporary social policy is about providing vocational education. So studio schools is where new schools are linked with local employers. And new schools are linked with local employers to follow a curriculum. That will provide skills and qualifications needed in work. Studio schools have been about providing vocational education, working with local employers to follow a curriculum that provides skills and qualifications needed to work. This is to address a skills crisis. For Finn and Cohen, we're going to go into a more Marxist view of this. For Finn and Cohen, the only skills developed for Finn and Cohen, the only skills developed are relevant. The only skills developed are relevant for low-skilled jobs with poor prospects of advancement. With poor prospects of advancement. They know that vocational courses are over-concentrated. They are over-concentrated with pupils from working class backgrounds. Okay, so because I'm kind of on a Marxist thing, I'm going to add in Bowles and Gintis, because I think that's kind of similar. For Bowles and Gintis, education makes working class pupils passive and docile. So they accept low-skilled jobs, again, with poor prospects. Just add those two in because they tie in quite nicely. So this shows contemporary social policy. So this shows that contemporary social policy is about providing cheap labour. This shows that contemporary social policy is about providing cheap labour or ensuring that working class pupils meet a need for capitalism. So it ensures that about providing cheap labour, ensuring that working class pupils meet a need for capitalism, which continues to exploit them. So basically, it's all about continuing to exploit the working class in those vocational Studio schools, paragraph 3. So contemporary social policy. Contemporary social policy is about providing diversity and choice. Contemporary social policy is about providing diversity and choice. So, free schools are new schools that have greater control. So we have studio schools, we have free schools. Free schools are about creating, new schools that are about creating greater control. They can be set up by charities. So a free school can be set up by charities or businesses. Can be set up by charities or businesses. Academies are run independently from local authority. Academies are set up separately from local authority. And for new right theorists like Chubb and Moe, and for new right theorists like Chubb and Moe, the introduction of market forces, for new right things like Chubb and Moe, the introduction of market forces is beneficial as it improves the standards of education and ensures efficiency. So for Chubb and Moe, basically allowing businesses to come in and be involved in education for new right thinkers, allowing those market forces is really beneficial, improves standards. For postmodernists, like Usher et al., academies and free schools, Usher et al., academies and free schools allow education to respond to individual need and therefore allows for individuals' choice or choices. So it also works the other way if you're asked about postmodernism or new right, that it's covered in this policy or in these policy discussions. So this shows contemporary social policy. This shows contemporary social policy is about providing diversity, different schools to allow greater choice. It's about providing diversity and different schools to allow greater choice. And this competition will drive up standards in education, because that's a new right view, that allowing all this diversity and choice drives up standards in education. So contemporary social policy, pupil premium and EMA, although EMA is not very contemporary, to be quite honest with you. Studio schools, about vocational, and free schools and academies linked to postmodernism. So it has never come up before. It's really narrow and would be really tricky, but you need to make sure that you can do it before your exam. Thanks, folks.